What's up, y'all? Welcome to another edition of Smoke in the Bay. I'm your boy. What's going on this afternoon? What y'all got going? College football? NFL tomorrow? What's good? Let's get into it. Today's episode, we are going to be smoking Sommelier's Somm Selection BDX Toro. Country of origin is Honduras. The wrapper is Mexico, San Andrés. The binder is Nicaraguan, Jalapa, Viso. The filler is Honduras Broadleaf, Mexico, San Andrés, and Nicaraguan, Jalapa. The cigar is 5 inches in length with a ring gauge of 50. And the release date was March 1st, 2023. As you can see, the cigar is wrapped in cellophane. So this cigar was released with 400 boxes of 10, totaling about 4,000 cigars. All right, so let's go ahead and open it up. Take a look at it there once again. Real earthy color, nice brown hue on the wrapper, not that oily, kind of rough to the touch, kind of rustic. The veins aren't that bad, a few little veins on there. It's wrapped and constructed real nice. See, there's really no issues. Cap is well nicely made. Getting some earth, maybe some cedar. Yeah, a little cedar in there, some earth, some cedar. I can smell the richness in there as well. Touch of sweetness, real earthy. Earthy and cedar are your top aromas that come from this cigar. Cigar's been in the humidor for about a month. Real nice and spongy. Real spongy all the way through. Nice humidification on this cigar. I don't see that many issues with this one. Now let's check out the foot. Nice rich tobacco smell there. Getting real rich tobacco. Earth and tobacco. It's kind of like you're walking through a tobacco field, smelling the leaves grow. Real rich, real earthy, nice fresh tobacco flavor I can smell through the foot of the cigar there. As you can see, it's nicely rolled. Nice packed in there, not too tight, it's not loose at all, so it's nice and snug. This should be a good cigar to smoke. Going to go ahead and use my Colibri V-Cut on this one. Nice little smooth V-Cut there. Let's check out the cold draw. Earth. I can taste the cedar in there as well with the dry puff. And the tobacco. This one has a nice rich tobacco flavor. You can smell it on the foot. You can smell it on the wrapper. You can taste it in the cold draw. So I have a good feeling this is going to be a nice, rich, earthy, tobacco flavored cigar. Cold draw keeps that nice fresh tobacco linger in your mouth off of your tongue there. Really good. So let's go ahead and fire this bad boy up. It's a single flame torch. It was sent to me when I bought a box of Cohibas a couple years ago. So on the first puffs, I'm getting that rich tobacco, that earthiness, rich tobacco earthiness. Don't get the cedar like I smelled, but I'm getting rich, earthy tobacco with a little bit of spice in there. Not too bad so far. Really good start. How many folks are big NCAA football fans? It's football Saturday. Hundreds of schools are playing. Ton of scores. Let's go through a couple. First off, shortly, later on tonight, Deion and Colorado University will be going up against Colorado State. Deion Sanders has been a big hit in the media lately, so let's see what he does and continues the university to continue rolling through. UCLA stomped NC Central by the score of 59-7. Ranked 23rd, Washington State cruises past North Colorado 64-21. 8th ranked Washington smashes Michigan 41-7. 6th ranked Ohio State smashes Western Kentucky 63-10. 25th ranked Iowa beats West Michigan 41-10. 21 ranked Duke beats Northwestern 38-14. 20 ranked North Carolina beats Minnesota 31-13. Number 1 Georgia beats South Carolina 24-14. 9th ranked Notre Dame beats Central Michigan 41-17. 3rd ranked Florida State barely slips by Boston College 31-29. And there's a few games being played at the current time while I'm doing this review, so we have an action-packed day full of college sports in the NCAA football divisions. Once again, it's a little windy out here for my review. A few minutes in, the cigar's burning a little off. But that's what you get when you smoke outside on a windy day. Other than that, the flavor is real nice, real earthy. That nice rich tobacco flavor is still there. I'm gonna check the Retrohale and then I'm gonna set this bad boy down to let it try to catch up. Spice, tobacco, spice, rich tobacco and spice on the Retrohale in the first few minutes of the cigar. So as you see, it's burning off. The ash is a little off there, not burning as well as I'd like it to. The cigar is well humidified. It's been in the humidor for a minute. It's just, these windy days will get you. So I am going to set this down and we'll see if we can get it to catch up. So after setting it down for a few minutes, it's slowly starting to catch up some. Still slightly burning off. The ash looks a hot mess, but like I said, that's the wind. As you see, there's my Friday the 13th Jason hockey mask dagger. Horror fanatic, so you will probably see a few of these. I'm waiting for my Michael Myers to come in, but as you can see, the cigar is kind of catching up on the burn there. It's not burning the greatest, but it is a great cigar, and if you were inside or in a less windy area than I am, you'd have better luck. So as we're pushing through the first 15 minutes of the smoke, it caught up a little bit, like I was saying a few seconds ago. Ash doesn't look all that great, but it's strong, it's holding, it's flaky. But the flavor is overall what we're looking for here. Okay, I think it's time to ash for the first time. The cigar, tap it against the side, rotate it. As you see, it is canoeing. So we're gonna slow it down a touch. The wind once again, but we'll slow it down and let it catch up. As we let that sit down, we'll wrap for a minute. Windy days is gonna give you problems, so you gotta understand that your cigar's not gonna burn evenly in the wind. I don't have much choice in the backyard, but it is what it is, but it's still a good smoke. It's still a great time to just kick back, relax. If the wind doesn't bother you, have at it. Still burning off top on there. The construction is holding very well with the V-Cut. As we're now pushing into the second third, still burning off a little on the top. Just gonna go with it on this one. Windy day, but we're getting some good flavors out of there. We're getting the tobacco still real rich, dense tobacco, a little vegetation, a little creaminess as well is popping up in the flavor profile on the palate from the smoke in the second third. Nice smooth medium body cigar so far. Smoke is nice and light, a little crisp to it. Smooth, crisp, not heavy. So I'm getting nice, rich tobacco, vegetation, not vegetables, but like vegetation, maybe like veggie leaves as they're growing. Getting some kind of veggie kind of a taste to it. Outside earthy and a little creaminess. Retrohale in the second third. Still the earthy, rich tobacco, some white pepper, and the creaminess as well. So it's coming through on both sides of the senses in your palate, through the nose as well as sitting on your tongue. Somm Sommelier BDX Toro is a good cigar so far. This could be a great everyday cigar for about $13 depending on your area. So pushing through the second third, cigar's trying to catch up, but it's just not quite able to do so with the windy day, like I said. But the ash is firm, it's flaky, gray, black. It's holding well, it's nice and firm, great flavor, great hold, very light, medium smoke, not heavy in the mouth. This is a medium body cigar. This is a very well made, exceptional cigar. Vlad had made there with her Somm selection. Remember, tap it against the side of the ashtray and twist, break it off evenly. Like I said, it's still canoeing, so we're gonna set this bad boy down, let it catch up. Slow side. See, the top is burning quicker. Slow side down. And we need to take off the wrapper here as it's starting to get close to the band. Before we set it down, let's just go ahead and take off our wrapper. Still slightly burning uneven, still canoeing. So like I said, we're gonna set this bad boy down, let it try to catch up if we can. So the wrapper is basic. It's a nice little catchy wrapper, but it's basic, real smooth, plain, no ridges, just a nice smooth wrapper. Kind of catches the eye with the color and the gold border. As you see, I'm in my Oakland A's fit today. I was out at the game today. We lost again to the Padres 5-2. Return of Bob Melvin to the Coliseum. Got a nice reception last night and today for his first return to the Coliseum since he left last season to go to the San Diego Padres. It's getting close to the end of the season. Can't wait for it to end. Like I said, we got a bigger fight on hand, so we're fighting to keep our team. It's looking like a long shot, but we're gonna fight until the end, until that shovel is in the ground. So we're gonna run these last 8 games now in the homestand and enjoy some baseball, and then relax for the off season and get into 100% football mode, which tomorrow we have a full slate of games of the NFL season week 2. Now, after letting the cigar sit for a few minutes, we'll take a couple more puffs. in the second third, getting that creaminess, nutty kind of taste to it. Creaminess, nuttiness, maybe toasted almonds, toasted cashews. Tobacco flavor has dissipated a little. The earthiness is still there, but that strong tobacco feel and taste that was in the first third is not there as strong. The presence has died down a little bit. This has that smoothness of an everyday cigar. This would be something you can start your day off with if you're going to smoke multiple cigars, or you can throw in the middle of your rotation, or even in the end if you like smoking mild cigars throughout your day. This is a nice medium that smokes like a mild. Nicotine hit hasn't been that strong so far, so it's been a really good, enjoyable cigar. Real good smoke to enjoy. Not too heavy, very light smoke, very earthy, very rich. I'd check this one out. As you see, still burning off. I'm gonna touch up the bottom there with my torch to kind of get it going, maybe help it catch up. Sometimes you need to do a little touch up. So you just lightly hit that bottom corner, bottom edge, not corner on a round cigar or a box cut. Kind of just light it and touch it up. Don't want to over torch it. You burn your tobacco and it'll start burning off a little, so you just give it a light touch up to kind of help it catch up on the edge. It's not burning as much or as quickly on it. But still good flavor as I'm pushing through the second third. The toasted nuts, the earthiness, the tobacco's gone. Now it's real earthy, toasted nuts as I'm getting ready to push into the last third of the cigar. As I'm smoking, the heat is nice. You're not getting much heat through the cigar, so it's not burning fast. The heat's not pushing through the cigar quicker than it should. Most of the time I get the heat on the back end as I get down to the end of the cigar, and if you're gonna use a dagger or tongs because the cigar's that good, I will throw my dagger in on this one when it gets time to use it. So as we're entering the last third here, the cigar is holding up very well. The construction is nice. The ash is still flaky, still gray, some black in there. Really good smoke. Now entering this back third, the pepper is starting to kick in, a little bit of white pepper. Creaminess is still there. Really rich. Now I'm getting some kind of soil flavor in there. The toasted almonds and nuts, cashews has disappeared. Now I'm getting real rich soil, earthiness, and a touch of sweetness still there, creaminess and sweetness. I'm gonna go ahead and ash for the third time on this cigar. Construction of the cigar is really well. As you see, the V-Cut is holding up. It is not falling apart on me. Really well constructed cigar so far. Very flavorful, very enjoyable. Now as we enter the last third, we are gonna go ahead and add the Jason from Friday the 13th dagger into the cigar. So a little bit about this dagger. It is my Jason Voorhees Friday the 13th cigar dagger. I picked this bad boy up from cigardaggers.com. Check them out. They got a great lineup of daggers to choose from and cigar accessories. cigardaggers.com. So now we'll enter our dagger. Make sure you don't push it all the way through. Just get it enough there to hold your cigar firmly. Still getting that nice rich soil flavor, touch of creaminess, touch of sweetness. Really enjoyable cigar. As I'm punching into the last third of the cigar, I'm starting to get some fruit, some dried fruits in there. Apricot, maybe some peach. Touch of sweetness, not much, but I I can taste some fruit in there, dried fruit with that white pepper, creaminess, and earth. Starting to get some of that heat come through on the cigar here in the last third. As you get close to the end of your cigar, the heat starts to pick up, so it gets a little hotter. So ash again. Really well constructed. The overall appearance of the cigar was very attractive looking for the cigar smoker. Overall, a really good cigar. I would give this cigar an 87. A great everyday smoke, morning, noon, night, anytime in the rotation, whether you smoke one cigar or several cigars in a day. This can go anywhere in, except for before a Maduro. I would smoke this before you smoke a Maduro because you're not going to get the full flavor of the cigar if you smoke a Maduro first. Go with a Connecticut or a natural before you smoke this one. Great cigar, well put together, not strong nicotine hit throughout the whole smoke. Some dryness was in the cigar, but it wasn't long. It kicked in at the start of the last third, but it went away. The look and feel was great, a little dry. Burn, it caught up, a little off a little bit on one side, but the burn caught up. But like I said, that's the element of whatever conditions you're in. It was easy on the palate, not overpowering. Flavors meshed and mixed really nice and really well. The overall experience was great with this. This is something I would definitely keep in rotation. You want to drink with this? Nice scotch. Maybe some bourbon, a nice dark liquor, and probably a nice piece of chocolate would go well with this too. So I hope you enjoyed this review of the Somm Sommelier BDX Toro. Till next time, folks. Happy smoke, player. Peace.
Hi.